Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to take you through an entire day of eating because I am on a mission to get rid of cellulite. I started noticing some on my booty and my thighs this summer that was not there before. And I know cellulite's normal, but that doesn't mean you have to love it. Honestly, that's part of what really kind of jump-started me wanting to do my 30-day fat loss booty gains glow up. Because whenever I start noticing extra cellulite, it just means that either my hormones are off a little bit or I've gained some extra fat that wasn't there before. I know I've shared some tips and hacks for getting rid of cellulite in other videos, but I've never really walked you through exactly how to eat to get rid of it, and that is what I'm focused on right now, adding in foods that will actually get rid of my cellulite. So if that sounds familiar, if you're struggling with cellulite or excess fat right now, I made this video for you. Sweat the thumbs up, that just means give it a little click. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week sharing my health and fitness journey to help you with yours. Plus, I do giveaways for my subscribers. So every week I pick a new winner from the comments down below. That's literally all you have to do is be subscribed and comment. I'll drop it over in the community channel and send you something special to help you with your journey. I'm gonna start with my breakfast. I usually have this around 8 or 9, kind of depending on how the morning goes. But I'm also gonna show you what I'm drinking today because there are 3 specific things I drink every single day that actually will help reduce your cellulite too. This is a habit I started adding this year, but I've been adding about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt into about 32 ounces of water first thing every morning. I also do it throughout the day some. This is basically just adding electrolytes without spending a bunch of money on little electrolyte packs. It's a really clean way to do it to help rehydrate your body, which if you're dealing with cellulite is so important. Obviously it's important for our body to be hydrated always, and the electrolytes help it actually absorb into the tissue to get the benefits of water so we actually get hydrated. But that's key because if you're dehydrated, that cellulite is going to be way more noticeable. So I start my day with this, and then I always do my protein. This isn't like for cellulite specifically, but a high protein diet actually does help reduce cellulite. So I always add this, but this is drink number 1 when it comes to like helping reduce your cellulite. Protein, I just have to get in before I have coffee. Otherwise, cortisol can rise, stress, and just honestly the way it impacts my body. I don't feel good if I have coffee now before I eat. This is my hot body meal plan. This is where I'm at today. So it's an egg white spinach frittata, but I ran out of egg whites, so I finished it off with some just regular egg too. And then some steel cut oats and honey. I'm actually gonna skip the honey and just make these like savory oats because that sounds really good this morning. That's why I love the hot body meal plan. It's so easy to make. It's flexible. So like I didn't have all egg whites, that's fine, who cares? But I'm gonna make it savory and delicious. When I do it for Ryan, he actually already ate a little earlier this morning because he had a busy day, but when I do it for him, he usually just does like larger portions. So he'd have more oats, he'd have a little more eggs and all of that, but we eat the same food. The key with like adding protein, especially making sure you're getting enough, we did this amazing text club convo the other day with you girls. So if you're not a part of my text club, I'll put a link below, but I asked you if you know how much protein you should have. And I had thousands of you writing back saying no, and we did full calculations. I did all your measurements and stuff, and most of you were shocked because most women are probably only getting like 50 or 60 grams of protein when we need like 140 to 180 usually, depending on your weight and your goals and all of that. But the point of protein with cellulite is it really does help firm up the skin and it reduces the cellulite. So if you're not getting enough protein and you're dealing with cellulite, those two things could absolutely be connected. And then the fiber in the oats is also really important because it helps cleanse the body, cleanse the colon. It helps support metabolism, which again, if we are not metabolizing correctly, we're not going to be able to reduce our fat and get rid of that cellulite. So if your metabolism is like really sluggish and slow, that could be a problem. The protein helps with that and the oats help with that. get excited about waking up to have this. Okay, so cinnamon's great for circulation. Circulation's important for cellulite. So I say like lymphatic drainage, foam rolling, all that stuff can help, but like it starts from within. So making sure we're doing good stuff to help from the start inside what we're putting in our body. Caffeine can help reduce cellulite. You just don't want too much caffeine. So I drink half caf. That helps with my overall hormones and mood and everything, but also is gonna help so I don't go overboard and create more cellulite. For my meal 2, I have protein, berries, almond butter. So I'm gonna make a little smoothie. You could do that kind of however you wanted, but I'm gonna mix it up into a smoothie and do that before my workout to get a little extra fuel for the day. I usually like to do about a 2 or 3 hour gap in between my meals because that allows me to actually get hungry again. And you wanna get those hunger cues. That's like a key thing too if you're trying to lose weight, or, I mean, obviously we're talking about reducing cellulite, but they kind of go hand in hand. The other thing right now, like when I mentioned always being aware of hormones, I'm getting all my blood work checked again for my thyroid to see where I'm at, because that's something I'm always aware of, especially if I start to see cellulite coming back. Those things are really tied. So I'll keep you guys posted once I get that update. But anyway, let's go make a little smoothie, and then I'll wait like 30 minutes after I drink that before I do my workout. I'll link this blender for you guys. You always ask. It is the best blender I've ever owned. It's the Beast Health. I got the little mini ones. We did them as part of our giveaway for our summer shape up challenge. So maybe we'll do some more giveaways with them, but. This is what I hate, is when we're off schedule. Like I'm having my smoothie and Ryan's having lunch. I just like when we eat together.
Are you jealous of my meatballs?
Yeah, Ryan and I are both like really locking in right now. He's been locking in for like a year, like at a whole different level. But here he is.
Over here cutting meatballs.
Cutting and weighing meatballs. But if you've seen his body, you'll know.
Thank you, that's very nice.
You're welcome. So there's 2 main things in the smoothie that are so powerful for getting rid of cellulite. One, the banana and berries are full of potassium, and potassium is gonna help pull any excess water out of the body. So any of those fluids, it'll help flush it out, because if you're dehydrated, your cellulite's gonna be more prominent, but if you have too much water, you're gonna have that bloating and you'll notice it more too. The other thing is my natural beauty, which I created this thinking skin like on my face, right? But there's a couple ingredients in here that are so amazing for reducing cellulite. One is the collagen itself. So it has a marine collagen. It's a natural collagen that actually has research and studies backing its effectiveness in as little as 2 weeks to see more plumpness, like reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. But it's also a type 1 collagen. And all the data shows us that type 1 collagen, which is the most abundant in our bodies, is also the best for improving your skin's texture. So you're gonna be able to see that from that collagen. So if you're taking another one, make sure it's a type 1 collagen. But this is also so good tasting. It's like a pink dragon fruit. It has all these powerful ingredients for your skin to help reduce breakouts. And one of the other ingredients in here that is amazing for reducing cellulite is dim. So dim's something that comes from like cruciferous vegetables, and it's really good at pulling and getting rid of any excess estrogen. So most of us girls have estrogen dominance just from like our environments, foods we're eating, perfumes, all sorts of things. And estrogen is going to make cellulite way worse if you have too much of it. So that dim not only helps with breakouts, but it also is gonna help get rid of that excess estrogen that will cause the cellulite. So drink this every day and it's gonna help a ton. Ryan and I are gonna work out together and do a little leg and booty workout day. But one thing I was just thinking about was, I feel like when I was first going through my 45-pound weight loss journey, and I've even noticed it sometimes, I always felt like I wasn't that hungry. I was either like starving or I wasn't hungry at all. And I hear that from so many women. And if you've done like extreme dieting for any period of time where you're like really in a caloric deficit below 1,400 calories, that happens because your metabolism adjusts. Basically everything slows down and stores fat. So it gets really good at storing fat, and it's just not working as well anymore. And it's not that you have damage, you just have to like get it back to a healthy place so it'll start working, because you should feel hungry. Like hunger cues are important. So eating a lot of food, like when women do the meal plan, they're like, it's so much food. It's only like 1,500 calories depending on the week, but it's the right foods that are actually making your body work and getting your metabolism back on track. Okay, so for lunch on my meal plan, it's grilled chicken, a big salad, and my LSF go-to dressing. I have this like hodgepodge. I have chicken, but instead of making chicken, this is like so random anyways, but it's ground beef, ground turkey, and ground lamb. And it's not like I've always put them all together, but I had like weird leftovers left, so I decided to throw them all in one thing instead of wasting space. So I'm just gonna do a little meat medley, is that weird? With some mixed greens. I might do a little tahini or something for my dressing. I'm gonna figure it out, but again, that's why I like it swaps, because you can just swap fat for fat, carbs for carbs, proteins for proteins, and put in whatever you have, so you're not like wasting food or whatever your preference is. Also, while I'm making my lunch, I'm gonna make the third drink that is a must if you are trying to reduce cellulite. And I've been drinking it in the afternoons most days. I really feel like it's helping. So I literally just ate this, almost gone in less than 5 minutes, which I'm not proud of, but I was so hungry. It's way later than I normally eat lunch. It's like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock. My third drink is one that like I never was really into, but it really does have so many amazing benefits, and that's green tea. So if you don't really like the taste of green tea, I get it. And it's kind of like you just mostly have to have it hot. That's why I made my pep rally. It's coming out probably the beginning of October. I'll share everything with you guys and let you know, like to get on the list to be the first to know. But it's this like yummy tangerine flavor. It's so good. You can have it hot, cold, whatever. Green tea is like the main ingredient in that, and it doesn't taste like it though, which is great. But it has so many benefits for fat loss and for cellulite specifically. So the particular caffeine itself can help the release of stored fat in the body, but it has these amazing antioxidants that actually break down fat and can improve and like speed up your metabolism. So those things combined, there's been lots of research on its benefits for our body, for fat, everything else. And it's one of those things that like, it's such a subtle caffeine. You don't get like crazy off green tea caffeine, but it really does have a huge impact, especially if those are your goals. So for dinner, I can do salmon, bison, or beef, and then broccoli and sweet potato. So I'm gonna get the salmon stuff going now. Ryan and I are gonna go in the sauna for a little bit, but that way I can cook in the air fryer and then be ready by the time I'm done showering. Okay, so the reason I love salmon, especially if you're trying to fight cellulite, but really anytime, is the omega-3s are really great for circulation and helping reduce any inflammation. So salmon, if you're not a big fish person, you can obviously take an omega-3, but make sure you're getting that in. That dinner was so good. I still had my snack, like my yogurt with almond butter that I was gonna have for dessert, but honestly, I'm so full. And because I started just eating later today, I don't wanna eat too late. I always try to give myself a 2-hour window from when I eat dinner until I go to bed. So I'm just gonna skip that one. It's always good to eat everything in the meal plan because it is still like a lower calorie meal, but I don't wanna force it either. So we're gonna leave it at that for tonight. I hope you guys like seeing what I eat in a day. If you did, make sure you sweat the thumbs up. I love you all so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.